Well, moving on, with Pakistan ending its 6-year-old informal moratorium on executions, there's one case that is being debated vigorously across the border. Shafqat Hussain is one of the terror convicts against whom a black warrant has been issued for his role in a case of kidnapping and murder. Hussain is to be executed tomorrow in Karachi. Except that Shafqat was just 14 when he was sentenced and has since retracted his confession. A confession, he says, that was made under pressure after 9 days of police torture. Human rights groups are up in arms against the execution, saying there was a real risk that an innocent man is being executed. A social media campaign has been unleashed with Fatima Bhutto and journalist Beena Sarwar at the forefront. Rights organizations like the Justice Project have also appealed against the hanging. Their argument is that Shafqat is not a terrorist. He was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, what the court describes as an accidental death in the case of a kidnapping. My colleague Hamza Amir now joins me live from Pakistan. Hamza, it appears that rights organizations, journalists and Fatima Bhutto herself have in fact taken up this cause of Shafqat Hussain's hanging. Is this at all likely to impact his case?
Well, I don't think it is going to impact the case because it is actually a decision taken by the army and the government to actually start hanging and executing these people. But Justice Project Pakistan is one of the primary entities that has actually been fighting their cases for long. And they have actually put a petition about a week ago challenging the same decision that such children should not be in the list of the execution as far as Pakistan's decision is concerned.
Right.
But Shafqat, the court actually has maintained that Shafqat might have been 14 years old. He still actually confessed for the murder, and now he's 24. So right now, if the death warrant go out again, then it does not actually fall under the same law and criteria. But I don't think this will actually have an impact. These activists have been saying this for a very long time now. But the government, when it's decided, it's basically the public's call that the government's catering to.
Right.
And I don't think the decision will be reversed.
All right. You're saying that it is unlikely that the decision of execution of Shafqat, which is scheduled for tomorrow, is likely, to be altered because of the protest that has been launched by several, rights organizations, civil society organizations. Are they then likely to perhaps, intensify the protest? Also, what are you hearing at this point in time from Hussain's family?
Well, Hussein's family is in Karachi, and all that I know about them is that they actually are a little too poor.
Right.
As per Justice Project Pakistan, they said that initially when he was convicted of death charges, then they said that they're a little too poor to go ahead with the challenging of the death penalty, and also he's a little too naive and a little too young to understand the trial.
Right.
So the family actually is right now in a state of shock. They are actually going to be in Karachi to ensure that this can be stopped in every way possible. But I tell you, all of this is going on the social media.
Right.
There is no road protest going on this.
Well, that's a very interesting observation that you make there, Hamza, that, while there is a huge outcry over this issue on the social media, on the ground, actually, there is, in fact, very little protest. And Shafqat Hussain's family, as you've been pointing out, is too poor to perhaps come out and register a protest. Is this then a sham hanging that is taking place in Pakistan? That really is a big question. We're going to continue to track developments on this story. Thanks, Hamza, for joining us with that update.